45 fights, 44 victories, only that one loss to Muhammad Ali. The opponent, Pedro Agosto, was from Puerto Rico, now resides in Oradell, New Jersey. His record, 27-7-1. The bell for first round action. Will develop the rules of the fight as we go. It's a small ring designed almost for George Foreman because it's only 16 feet square, or maybe designed for midget performers. But it'd be very hard for Agosto to get away from Foreman in this ring. 10-ounce gloves at the request of Gil Clancy, Foreman's trainer. A growing trend in non-titled heavyweight bouts these days. 10-ounce gloves pushing the blow.
Hold it.
We score on a 10-point must-scoring system per round. The mandatory 8 count in case of a knockdown in effect. The 3 knockdown rule in effect. There will be no saving by the bell. So there are the nuts and bolts. We continue now with first round action. George, as I said, former heavyweight champion of the world. Ever since his loss to Ali, while he didn't fight in 75, has been strong on the comeback trail in 76. And, of course, there was the second knockout of Joe Frazier. 2 minutes left in round 1. That was last June at the Nassau Memorial Coliseum in Hempstead, New York.
Now, hold it. That's it. All right, go ahead.
Referee is Jay Edson. He will score the fight along with judges Frank Barberi and Dr. Donald Spence. George, never a graceful fighter. Sometimes ponderous and awkward in his moves, but awkwardly clever. He knows how to cut the ring off on an opponent. And, of course, his punches are pulverizing with either hand. A left hook that operates like a piston, and the right can knock you into the clouds.
All right, boys, let's push out of it. That's it. Hold it. Let's stop holding. All right.
Sluggish first round action. As for Agosto, ordinarily, although he's not doing it in this first round, he's a keep coming at you fighter in the manner of Joe Frazier. His best weapon, a left hook. Fought Floyd Patterson in 72, broke Floyd's nose in the first round, then suffered his own broken hand in the fight, lost on a TKO in the 7th. Big disparity in the size of the two men. Foreman at 226 at the weigh-in yesterday. Agosto at 203. Foreman was at 224 when he knocked out Frazier last June. Says that he's taken off 4 pounds since yesterday. Figures he's really at about 222. We're counting down toward the end of the first round. Agosto staying away, which is the better part of wisdom. We are coming up to the end of round 1, which Agosto will survive.
Day and night.
The bell for round 2, live here in the Municipal Auditorium, Pensacola, Florida. George Foreman against Pedro Agosto. Pedro Agosto. Now a resident of Oradell, New Jersey. Foreman looking at you there in the red trunks. Agosto in the blue.
All right, let's break that up.
George just pacing himself through the first round. Agosto not adhering to his more recognized style of fighting. Discretion being the better part of valor. Instead of coming at George, which would be a tailor-made way for George to put you away in the first round, tried to stay away. Use the left, crouch, bob and weave, keep the head moving. George missing with that one, for instance, and missing with that. George looking to perfect his timing, stay active, and looking ahead toward bigger, more important fights like Jimmy Young and Muhammad Ali. That's the dream, to get back at Ali. Good quick left by George. Notable thing about Foreman, under the tutelage of Gil Clancy and Charlie Shipes, both of whom are working George's corner, along with Sid Martin, is that he has shortened his punches. He doesn't loop them nearly as much as he once did. See that left, quick, straight, short. That's the way he demolished Joe Frazier second time around. 5th round, last June. He had other tune-up matches with the likes of Scott Ledoux. Did away with him in 3. Dino Dennis did away with him in 4. George working to the midsection, and what a toll that left will take of Agosto's midsection. See that long left. Left again. again to the midsection. Two more of those, Augusto will double up.
Do that. Wait a minute.
Jay Edson, the referee. Not a warning about low blows, although George apologized to Jay Edson, who lifted up the pants of Pedro Agosto. Working Augusto's corner, his manager, Carl Duba. Ace Morado is the trainer. Bill Prezan is the cut man. The old phrase in boxing, cut man. Calling back to memory the likes of Whitey Binstein, who was as good as I ever saw. Second round action. And that left hurt Augusto. That left hurt Augusto. And then a right uppercut, another right uppercut. Foreman just measuring the opponent. Oh, right to the midsection. Augusto is staggering now. Rubbery leg. He's ready to go. George backing off. Throwing his punches. Tremendous power as we approach the end of round two, and Augusto is ready to be taken. George Foreman ready to start action in the third round against Pedro Agosto. It's been a tune-up fight as expected thus far. A complaint by Augusto's manager that Foreman's been hitting low. But I talked with referee Jay Edson, and he said they were not low blows, and that was why he lifted up Augusto's trunk. Of course, we covered that in the second round.
Hold that time there.
Well,
Give you a little rest. No. Go ahead. No. I wanted to do it for him. I was doing it for him. You're all right, George. Let's go.
We've mic'd Jay Edson, the referee, and as you can see, he's a good referee. He's from Naples, Florida, and he handled the Holmes fight that we did last Sunday aboard the aircraft carrier Lexington. Augusto is quickly hurt again. George is ready to put him away. He's a little angry that Jay Edson wiped off his face. George just measuring. I wonder how long Augusto will stand. Right now, he doesn't handle. Augusto was by Foreman, and Jay Edson won Foreman. About that kind of manhandling.
All right, push out of it. That's it. That's okay. That's good.
Knowing George Foreman as I do, and of course he's my colleague at many of these ABC matches.
That's all right.
That we carry, many fights that we carry on ABC. I know when George is angry, and right now he's angry. Good hook right. Snapped Augusto's head back. Oh, into the midsection. Clean. No question of low blow. The trunk's coming down again. To the head. Again, up comes the trunk.
When he comes back there.
And an order to the corner to fix Augusto's trunks when he comes back. Augusto is alive on gameness. Seconds left in round three. Big target practice for Foreman from the beginning, but Agosto has not yet been put away. Look at a head snap back, a left, and a right that missed, and a right that caught. Another right and a left, and down goes Agosto. Long overdue. It's been target practice, and I don't think Agosto will be able. Yes, he's going to get up.
9. Okay, all right.
Only delays the inevitable. The trunks have dropped again. Wild swings by Agosto. Or at least one wild swing. Look at Foreman cleaner. Total mismatch. There he goes. Just a brutal mismatch.
5, 6, 7.
This will do it.
9. 10. All right, let's go. Come on.
Bell. Edson says he got up in time.
Bell.
And the bell for the end of round three. Curious ending, wasn't it? Agosto appeared dead on the canvas. Look at those slow-mos now. This is knockdown number one, though. Glancing left, which still was enough to hurt him. Then the right. Agosto trying to come back. There's the right and the left. Powerhouse combination. Down went Agosto. Peculiar the way he just lies there flat. You think he's more dead than alive and bangs suddenly up. Let's look at the second knockdown. It was the left there that did it. Really was. Now look at him. Well, you're looking at him alive, and as well as he can be under the circumstances in the corner. Last week, we had the opening of the U.S. Boxing Championship Series quarterfinals action aboard the aircraft carrier Lexington. Thus far, the way Foreman is manhandling poor Agosto, they could have fought this one in a submarine. George Foreman, angered a little bit by the actions of Jay Edson, who was absolutely correct in the way he handled Foreman. Edson's a pro, maintains position in the ring and commands a fight. Fourth round action. Foreman, of course, in the red trunks. Sharpshooter, Pedro Agosto, who was floored twice in the third round, seemed out and suddenly jumped to his feet at the count of 9. Just before the count of 10, Foreman thought it was over. Edson said it wasn't. Jay Edson, the referee. Long left, Agosto's gloves come down low. George punches away. Oh, that's a right. Agosto ready to go again, dancing backward against the ropes. George just throwing punches. Gil Clancy yelling, just move him around, George. Just move him around. Body. Oh, there's the right uppercut. Down again, Agosto.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He does it again. He's up again. That's 3 knockdowns in the fight thus far. Got to give Agosto high marks for courage. He doesn't know where he is. The right hand floors him again. 3. Terrible mismatch, and I would hope that Jay Edson puts a halt to this fight. There he does it again. It's a bouncing ball. Edson asks him if he's all right. He says yes. But Nick quickly receives more punishment. Fourth round action. 4 knockdowns in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Look at George pulverizing. That's it. End of fight. 3 knockdown rule. Third time down in the round. And so the winner by a knockout.
All right.
George
You okay?
working his way steadily toward what he hopes will be a rematch with Muhammad Ali.